アリサちゃんのからうまくなんとなく。
So Czech Republic get us back underway here in a featured game. Czech Republic still in with a chance of making the playoffs, but they really do need to win this game. 7th end, and they're trailing. They don't have the hammer in this end, number 7. So ideally, try to restrict, force Japan to 1, get things level, build on end number 8, and then they'll have the hammer in 10. That's kind of the plan, isn't it, Hans?
It is. To shift gears a little bit mentally now if you're the Czech Republic. You're going to have to gamble a little bit more. Still definitely within reach. If you're just joining us and you're wondering why Anna Koubečková is not calling the game, she's sick today. She's had a very sore throat and is ill. So she's getting a rest this afternoon. And Anna, if you're watching this game, we wish you a very speedy recovery. We know how desperately you wish you were out here this afternoon, but important to look after your health and get well soon.
And hopefully we'll see you back
tomorrow morning,
the next
hopefully.
game.
Yes, exactly. Czech Republic still very much in the playoff frame here.
This is their last game of the round robin, as it is Japan too. And if they lose, we'll just have to wait and see. Nice freeze up against that Japanese yellow.
It's a good shot. Very nice. Game round robin at the start of the week. I was asking a few people doing the curling math. If you're doing the curling math, 6 teams in the playoffs, 13-team event. What's the magic number? What gets you into the playoffs? And the consensus at that time seemed to be 7 and 5 was the magic number. Gold medalists in the distance here at North Bay. Anna Hasselborg, the Olympic champion.
Just having a look round at what was happening elsewhere. At times you can't allow yourself 5 seconds just to wonder. Difficult to remain concentrated all the time, isn't it?
Well, you do take it all in. Absolutely. You're focused on your game. But 4 games in action here. Lots going on.
All these players, most of them know each other very well indeed. A lot of them are friends off the ice.
7 and 5 will absolutely guarantee you a playoff spot. Question is, what about 6 and 6? Does 6 and 6 get you in?
And then we have the possibility of a head-to-head, and the draw shot challenge might come into play. No tiebreakers. This is a nice stone.
Oh, beauty. There are the standings. Canada, Sweden, Korea are all qualified. And you can see how important this game is for the Czech Republic and for Russia.
So 3 more places up for grabs. And at the moment, Russia, Czech Republic and United States are in them.
China can still get to 6-6. So it's like a game of musical chairs. There are 6 places, 6 chairs to sit on, and there are 7 teams with a chance to sit on those chairs.
And some teams still have another game to go. Some teams finish in this session. So that's the other aspect to factor into this thinking.
That's right. For the Czech Republic, this is their final round robin game. They'll just have to watch tonight.
Clears the guard.
Nice shot. Good end building here for the Czech Republic. Japan has the hammer. If the Czech Republic come back and win this game, it's all academic. That would lock up their playoff spot. Trying to guard their stones. Don't want to slide too deep in the rings. Comes short, just short of the rings. Nice shot. The United States is playing tonight against Canada. That'll be their final game. China tonight faces Germany. That's China's final game. Shigaki looking to pound the stone in the front rings back into the pile.
One, just clearing that one away.
Czech Republic look to replace that guard. As Allison said, this is the final round-robin game for the Czech Republic. Russia still has 2 to play, seeing that they are leading in their game against Korea tonight. Russia will play Denmark in their final game.
Denmark towards the bottom end of the standings, but I tell you, it'll be difficult to shake off. They've had some, not many wins, but they've had some good wins.
Yes, they have.
So no such thing as an easy game. It's a cliche, I know, whether you've qualified or not.
Absolutely right. Another center guard there, so it's decision time for Japan. They ran the guard last time, but looks like they want to come into the rings this time. Very nice guard, fully buried. Might be looking to just push the stone off the button back a couple of feet. She got any contact at all. This one's tracking pretty straight. Comes to the back stone. Unlocks the stone. Taps one out of the rings, but Czech Republic still line one. Guarded.
Forward to that Korea-Russia game. Oh, another tricky situation.
Wow. 3 Russian stones. The yellow stones belong to Russia.
Rare to see Kim and Jung Kim and Korea in this kind of pickle.
Well, you know what? There might be a triple takeout here. She might be able to hit half of that stone, kill all 3 Russian stones, and maybe score 3. That would be spectacular.
Well, they need something like that to happen. Korea 5-1 down.
Well, this should be exciting. Fasten your seatbelts, folks. This one is going to be flying.
She's certainly very capable of a shot like this.
On it immediately. Need to catch about a third.
Here it goes. Here it goes. 1, 2,
Just
and
too thick. It rolls across the top, and it's a steal for Russia. Steal of 1 at least. We'll come back and confirm the score for you, but it's another steal for Russia.
whoa, it was worth a try.
Absolutely. Had to catch it thinner. 2 yellow, we hear the confirmation. That will put Russia up by a score of 7-1.
They've certainly asked the question of Kim Eun-jung, and she hasn't been able to produce the goods, so their own good play has given them that 7-1 lead.
Japanese managed to squeeze a stone into the pile.
Já nevím, můžeme klidně hrát guard teďka.
The Czechs are still lying 1.
Máme 1.
There's a look from
Jako ještě co můžeme hrát je set.
overhead
Ale
position
nerada bych jí tady
confirming.
nastavila nějaký double. Já bych hrála guard. Asi. Pojďte sem.
Krejt spíš tuhle, jo?
No,
Japan with
jako
the
že
hammer.
ona tady má tohle, no.
It's hard to know
Ale
which one to
podle mě
guard
si ten
here
naposled
because
vždycky.
you want to steal, but you also, in the back of your mind, you want to tempt your opponent into trying a shot that if it doesn't come off, you might steal
Ale
more than
zkusila jsem
1.
zakrýt tam.
Já bych taky zkusila spíš takhle zakrýt, no.
Přijet tam se mi moc nelíbí.
On jakoby tady ten kámen, ani tady ten
And
není
it does
vůbec
have a
vidět.
path to the button on that outturn side.
Ale ten zkus
Jediný,
je
co bych
pořád
možná
tady je,
zkusila,
no.
je tohle.
Do toho by
tenhle.
nešla, no. To jo, ale
You'd be kind of tempted to leave Japan the in-turn. There's the Czech
Jako ten
bench.
CS tam bude mít prostě vždycky to
they're thinking.
nezakryjem. Určitě.
We always do wonder what they're thinking, don't we?
Necháme nějaký double, jo.
Coach in this situation is saying, oh boy, I got to be ready if they call timeout.
Nechcem si ho vzít.
já bych vzala možná,
He's
no,
thinking
radši.
about
Jako
the
klidně.
advice.
Já bych si asi vzal timeout.
It is timeout, or no?
No, jako jak chcete.
I did hear the
Není
word
to
timeout, but they haven't called it yet.
Should we have a timeout?
Jo?
Guard zase.
Tam jenom guard.
Já nevím, já bych hrála spíš sem než guard, no.
Mně přijde, že když budeme hrát do kruhu, že prostě tam jako má lehčí nějak něco přesto.
Tak jo.
They're thinking
Ale
guard.
tam má pořád ten freeze.
Právě,
Freeze.
to jako
Freeze? I like
nebudeš
freeze,
jít
actually.
guardem.
Nevím.
Well, they've made some good freezes in this game.
Tak ten
The reason
guard.
I like freeze is
Vem si
Chceš
téma.
ten timeout?
the angles are great. If you come down to your own stone right on top of it, push your own
Přijde
stone
mi, že
back
se
a
o tom bavíme
fraction,
už hodně dlouho.
bump the Japanese stone back 3 inches, you might set up a steal of 2 or 3. Guard, it's a good shot. Steal
Jako
1.
to sem, no.
Not so
Prostě
crazy
jakoby
about putting it there, because if you leave it a little bit short,
To se mi líbí nejvíc, ale bojím
maybe
se, že
make an
prostě...
easier double take of it. It is in fact going to be the timeout.
Zůstaneme někde a něco jí
See the
nabídneme,
T
no.
signal being
Že
made.
teď mi přijde, že ona tady
See what the
skoro nic
coach
nemá
thinks.
na to, aby byla lepší.
That stops the clock.
Chtěla jsi to budit za ten guard.
No, tam.
38 minutes of thinking time. Here
Ukazovala,
comes
že jsem byla.
Karol Kobeska.
He was like a coiled spring on that bench, wasn't he?
He
He
could
was
kind of see
ready.
it coming. He could see it coming. He was ready.
Že furt tam má ten rolík. To jakoby nikdy nezakryjem.
No, nebude lepší podle mě.
And this is a situation, it's a smart timeout. Not the usual skipping thought process here with Anna Kabeshkova watching this one.
Co máte za nápady, děvčata?
Guard, freeze, step. Malýho Pepíka.
Double.
Mně se líbí nejvíc jakoby sem, no, někam. Terce, guard. Nevím,
Ale z
kudy,
této
no.
strany toho hrozí mnohem méně, než vlastně z této, jo.
Právě.
Tam z té se to dá posunout, tady ten žlutý to blokuje.
Právě, no, bych ho tam nechala.
Čili já bych to tady nechal, oni tady mají přijetí velmi dobrý sem dopředu, jinak posunovat tu dvojku nebudou, že jo, naší. Můžou sem přijet a pak přesto můžou vyrážet ten náš. Čili já bych to asi nejspíš zavřel.
Tady z té strany.
Asi nakonec tady z té strany, protože tady, když oni to posunou, tak my budeme pořád lepší, že se zarazí
Jo,
o ten
právě,
na tu
no,
sedmičku. Jde nám o to hrát jedna tečko, dostat se zase zpátky na rovinu, čili tam se mi to poměrně, oni to budou stejně pálit ven,
Jo.
budou to odvírat dál. Kolik jsou? 3 kameny. Jo, čili tohle to bych opravdu hrál.
A tím,
Jo.
když tak můžeme zahrát posledním kamenem tohle. Líbí se ti to?
Já bych to neskoušel. Podle mě tam nabídneme jenom nějaké řešení
Jo.
pro ně.
OK.
Jo? Okay,
Only
tak,
allowed a minute or so
Au.
thank you.
he has to go now.
Thank you, says Coach Kubeska. The discussion's been had. The brush position says to me this is a guard. Yep, got to go back down to the other end. Carl,
To disturb anybody.
exit stage right, exit stage left.
He'll want to see this shot though, won't he?
He will.
Měli jsme méně, no.
A kde já jsem měla? Já jsem měla tady, ne? Na
Last
ten gard.
seen,
Přetočili jsme, no.
trying to find his way back to the coach's bench.
Send out a search party and find Carl.
So, guard for Czech Republic from
It's a safe call.
Pliskova.
3, 2, 3.
For a guard stone, we'd be looking at something in the 15-second range. Off to Hogg.
Když tak Ežen! Pojď, pojď! Pojď, ještě kousek!
You do want to cover enough of the path to the button, though. This one is over curling, I think.
Ještě. Dobrý.
So there might still be a draw to the button on the out-turn side for Tori Koana. Need to cut off more of a path to the button. See the brush going down there immediately. That was the side to cover, definitely. Would have liked to see them come around that center guard into the 8-foot. Oh, here's Carl.
He's still finding his way back. No, is he there?
He's going to talk to some fans along the way. Maybe grab a camera. No, he's, gotta wait. We'll just make sure that Carl gets safely home.
Let's see what Japan do here.
It's a draw to the pin, really, Allison. Has half the button available. And an outside chance if she gets a spectacularly good result. She could nudge the Czech stone just a fraction. Might get 2. Would have liked to see that Czech stone into the house rather than short. Big shot in this game.
Much wider pathway it's coming around now.
It will finish, but I don't think it's going to finish enough. It's going to be a steal of 1 for the Czech Republic. Sorry about that. Bit premature. 2 shots to come. Getting a little bit too excited here.
Still very much advantage Czech Republic though.
Well, the path is still there. Can't leave that again. Great opportunity for you to come right in there, though. Now there's a really welcoming pocket behind the tee line.
It is very inviting. It looks. Come and
Come on
join
in.
us. Yep.
Come on here.
It's not an easy pathway in.
Not sure if there's contact on the yellow, if she could spill enough to get second shot. Just like a cozy one in there, I would say. I'd love to be flying second shot, but the steal is really the
Stay off it.
job 1. A little smile there from Pliskova.
Plenty of backing.
Bumps it, but she left something for Tori Koana to feather off. Pathway is still there.
Didn't really curl all that much, did it?
No, had that a little bit of extra weight. It's more like backline weight. Just made it track that a little bit straighter. Very second give. Is it flat enough? Can I make the double? Certainly a shot here for 1. It'll depend how much of that stone on the edge of that 4-foot circle she can see. I suspect by the looks of it here, she can just see all of it, but probably not enough to throw any kind of weight. Likely thinking probably backline weight. Feather off that stone just delivered and roll yourself into the button.
So this is
the
last stone of the 7th from Tori. I think she'll be pretty happy if she can get 1.
Absolutely.
After all the challenges that she's faced here.
Got to get by that guard, though. Oh, they're by. Looks pretty good. Oh! Well, arms in the air for Japan. They think they've got the point. There's a close look at it. Indeed, it's a score of 1. Wow.
Yep, very nicely played from the Japanese skip. Tucking that one in, and a little nudge into position. She had to nudge her own out to get into position. It was close to the guard here, but actually not that close, but she needed to be close to get this right angle.
Needed contact on this stone right there.
Bang, and that's the one. Only just to secure their point, but actually Czech Republic will be reasonably happy with that.
It is a force, but better stone on the final one. Could have been a steal, but could have, would have. Those are gone. It's a point in the bank for Japan, and they lead it 6-4 after 7.
1点に抑えたい。ちょっと速そうだ、ちょっと速そうだ。8、速い。
The ends fast disappearing in our featured game. Still very much in the balance as to who will claim the victory here. This is end number 8. Japan leading. And Czech Republic looking to build something in this end. A couple of points at least.
Good news for the Czech Republic. It is the even ends. Good end to score here. You get your extra hammer. You have hammer in the 8th and force the 9th, and you've got hammer in the 10th. It's a good situation.
This is the sheet we're concentrating on. 4 games going on inside the arena. We'll keep you updated on all of them.
Corner guard. Head-to-head comparisons there between Satanova and Katani. A little bit of an edge to the Czech Republic lead in the accuracy department. Sun sliding into the rings.
Nechcem tam jenom zajet? Co? Nevím. Nebo jenom sem?
Přemýšlím
Then I want
právě,
to say there's an easy double takeout.
Jenom zajela, ten
These
drill
ones
je
are
hodně daleko.
quite well lined up. Bit of discussion now about whether they want to play the double or the come around. It looks to me like they want to play the double takeout. Come around is also a very valid shot, and that does look like the play. I think it's a smarter play.
We don't see Clara making many of those types of takeouts, do we?
And you've got the corner guard. You threw it there for a reason, so you want to come around it. This is definitely the better play.
So we're deep into the house, over the tee line.
Nice
The
shot.
line looks really good.
Very nice shot.
We had one like that from Clara that virtually stayed until the end of the end a few ends ago.
It's true. Free guard zone, part of the end is over now. Ishigaki can try to clear the corner guard. Next year we'll be moving to the 5-rock free guard zone, but this is the last WCF event in the 4-rock free guard zone. That one goes sailing by.
All the way through. For the first couple of stones from each player, they're not allowed to be removed from play.
Ještě bych hrála tohle.
That's going to change to 5.
Se to líbí.
It's been one of the last events played in the
Nevím, máš
4-rock free guard zone rule as we
čas?
head towards the end of our competitive season.
3-4.
In the northern hemisphere anyways. Somewhere less in the southern hemisphere, the curling season is just starting.
Yeah, this comparison of the 2 seconds, a bit difficult really because Shen hasn't played until this game.
She's been the alternate pressed into action this afternoon because of the illness. Skip Annika Veskova.
Czech Republic want stones in play here. They want to
That's a
get
great
something
spot.
going.
Yeah,
Line up there.
fantastic.
Lovely.
Great come around.
Ale... Ten puš mi přešel jak do lesa.
Up over again to Korea, Russia. Olympic silver medalist, 7-1 down, 7th end, but a chance to get something back here from Kim Eun-jung. Close that gap.
Easier shot finally for Kim Eun-jung. Just has to draw into the house. She's been facing really tough shots all day long. Open draw here. Converts.
So they do close the gap there. It's now Korea 3, Russia 7 after 7.
9.
After Ishigaki clears the corner guard, now it will be the attempt at the double takeout. Trying to hold the line straight. Oh, well swept. Leaves one of the Japanese stones in the rings, but
Look at those 3 lined up on the right.
yeah, all in a row. Opportunity though, because they're clustered together like that, for the Japanese to kill maybe 2 of them, maybe all 3. They hit half the rock hard, and there's the comparisons between the 3rd players.
I've seen Baudisova make some crackers.
Yeah, she's had a very nice game.
Kotani, pretty steady.
そしたらこっち方の方がいいわちょっと。こっちでもダブルあるから。
She's trying to prepare herself. Pre-shot technique.
Looking to kill at least 2. Waiting for it to curl. She does kill 2.
1 remaining, 1 red remaining.
Nice shot. Triple takeout might have been there, but Japan happy to remove 2 of them at least, reduce the damage. Granite flying in every direction.
I thought at one time it was going to catch that yellow, but not quite.
Important shot here for Sveta Baudisova.
Místa hodně.
Wants to sit in front of the Japanese stone on the other side of the house.
Hodně místa.
It's important
Hodně místa.
to maintain the pair.
Hodně
Czech
místa.
Republic has to be lying 2 here.
Yeah, a little bit heavy, and it's going to go past it, I think.
Oh boy, look at the forest of rocks here, Scotland, Sweden.
And leading 6-2. Looks like 1 red. Counting. Anna Hasselborg.
Triple raise attempt, perhaps?
1.
Red onto yellow, onto yellow, onto red, and it's a 2-point end for Sweden. Nice shot, Anna Hasselborg.
Yep, she's finally finding her form in this game. Closes the gap. 6-4 after 7.
Czech stone is removed.
Asi draw na druhou, no.
Japanese stone rolls into the back of the 12-foot, second shot position. Pliskova will
Stejně.
ask Elzbieta Badasova to split the house. Needs a piece of the 8-foot to beeline second shot.
Spíš Klára. Přijeme to spíš slabší. Jenom 8, jenom vy. Směr je výborný, točím hodně. Klára. Beeline. Beeline.
To hodně přetáčí teda.
Good looking stone.
Hezká váha.
Very nice.
Good positioning.
No crosshouse double there.
4-3.
Perfectly parallel.
Hezký bety.
Jo.
黄色の前までロールしたい。
OK。
まずはワンにしたい。
ちょっとアップ。
What about the roll here? What about the roll?
Closes the house up a wee bit. Families are
2 skips there. Pliskova at 75. Tori at 70. Tori not good on her draws.
Kolik hraje? Roll nebo stay?
Stej, maličký roh, ke Kláře nevadí.
Kolik hraje?
9,5.
Jo.
Je to OK tenhle?
Teresa will just be looking to hit this one on the nose. Don't want to gamble for an outside roll and maybe roll out of the 8-foot. You'd love a tiny outside roll, but you don't want to make a mistake and take yourself out of the end. This one, though, is going to over-curl. Going to roll a little bit closer to her own shot. Still pretty flat. Don't know if the double's there. I'm sure Tori's going to probably have a look at it. There she's lining up the angles.
She likes her hits.
Hit that one really hard. That brush is just telling her the angle. If I hit it there, that's the contact point. Teresa's saying, no chance.
Oh, she listened though.
She's tempted.
Well, what's the worst that can happen?
Well, you want to leave yourself lying shot. You want to make your opponent make a play. Thing is, if you think about the big roll, it doesn't really help you that much, and all of a sudden you roll out and now it's just a draw. It's a much easier shot. Trying to make it as difficult as possible for the Czechs, but don't need to overthink this one, Tori. I love the instincts, though. Okay,
Well, they like to go for it.
double's kind of there. Kind of like to throw it.
Certainly not a reserve team.
No, it's great. They're a lot of fun to watch. Young team with all the potential in the world.
All that way for it to travel, remember. And just how accurate these guys are.
Looking for an inside roll. Look at a small inside roll. That's actually rolled into a better spot than rolling further, because now the Czech Republic knows hit this. It's possible a straight back jam only gets them one. Yep, it's a great spot.
Yep, they're happy with that.
So absolutely straight back, not so good. You just have to be a fraction off nose to get your deuce.
She does have to be careful here.
Yeah. Really important that they score 2. That would tie the game up.
So here she goes. Teresa Pliskova with her last stone, the last stone of the end. Going for 2.
Keep their roll in the 8-foot. Tori Koana comes out to the sweep. It's going to roll out of the 8.
It is going to roll out. So that Japanese stone really did do the job, didn't it? It's only 1. It's only 1 for the Czech Republic. Rolling out. That was the danger. So Japan will be very pleased with that outcome in that end. Look at the angle here, Hans.
Early sweep, just holding the line a little bit straight. Lots of weight that was thrown on that stone, and Pliskova looks up and says, no, that's not going to stay in the 8. Only 1.
So there we go. After 8, Czech Republic 5, Japan 6.
相手もちょっと滑ってたんだよね。なんか後ろまで行っちゃって。変わんない。オッケー。伸びてる？伸びてはいないってこと？
伸びてるかと言われればそうでもないけど。
Klara Svatanova gets us underway here in the 9th end of this round-robin game here at the Ford World Women's Curling Championships 2018 from North Bay, Ontario. Let's look in live at Russia and Korea. 3 Korean stones in the rings. Victoria Moiseeva of Russia has to draw around them, get a piece of the button. Otherwise, it's going to be a steal for Korea. Chance for Korea to get right back in the game. Portanova coming out to help join the sweep. Sweepers say we got lots of weight. Watch the line. We're fine. It's going to slide past the button. It's going to be a steal of a single point. Korea closing it up. Moiseeva reduces the damage after 8. 7-4 for Russia. A win will clinch a playoff spot for Team Moiseeva. Nose hit. It's the kind of end that Japan would love to blank if they could. Playing the 10th end, 1 up with hammer would be a great situation for them. Seems to be the strategy being played here by Tori Kuana. Wasn't interested at all at keeping that stone in play. Chulchevskaya.
Ne, jsme tři. Jsme 3-4.
Allison told us earlier, born in Chelyabinsk in Russia.
But now lives in Prague. And this team plays out of Sokol Libak in Prague, curling club.
OK, dobrý odhad.
Front stone there, nice shot.
Two teams with entirely different strategies now in this ninth end.
Right from the outset, it looked to me like the plan for Tori Kuana was nothing in play, blank the end. Pliskova trying to counteract that. They'd love to force a single point. Would put them 2 down with last rock playing 10. Score your pair, go to an extra end.
Advantage. Very much Japan though.
Yeah, Japanese advantage is not massive, but very definitely. They've got the hammer here. They're the ones that get to really dictate how this one's going to play out.
Czech Republic have to keep getting stones in play, get guards up.
Tori Kuana saying first, it's okay if you roll on the rings, but then I think she thought better of it. Saying probably better actually if you just spill off the rings entirely. That's been the plan. We might as well stick to it.
Green light going on there just before the hog line. As it's a good stone.
Clips it gently off the rings.
Three spots still to be decided in the top 6 qualifiers. And this is one of the teams that's vying for that top 6, Czech Republic, but trailing here in our featured game and running out of ends.
Yes, a loss will not eliminate the Czech Republic. A victory would clinch the playoff spot for them. A loss would drop them to 6 wins and 6 losses.
And then they're dependent on one or two other things, other results, head-to-heads potentially. So to keep it simple for them, win this game.
Yeah, way less stressful.
Certainly Japan have been no pushovers here. They've been right up for this game.
Yeah, been playing very well.
There's another guard.
Nice cleaner there by Yuno Katani. Teresa Pliskova looking on. Patiently setting guards, hoping for a nose hit or a miss. We did see a miss of a clearing attempt in the previous end.
Spíš Ežen, jestli někdo. Ežen. Ale nemusíš, jenom váha.
Jenom vás jsme.
2 je dobrý.
Točím hodně moc. To nechal si jenom dojet, no. Super, rotace. OK, dobrý
Nice shot. On this one immediately. Well, pretty happy with it. Nice shooting. Ideal situation for Japan. Nothing in play. Little discussion there between Pliskova and Borisova. Perhaps deciding, well, we'll just throw it in the rings. Risk, of course, if you throw up a guard. Tori Koana switches gears, ducks around if she scores a 2.
Certainly don't want that if you're the Czech Republic.
Yep.
There's the launch pad, the hack as it's known. In curling. Okay.
Spíš Klára. Spíš Klára. E-line.
The blocks in
Vůbec
athletics.
to netočí. Oh. Myslím, že to jde. 4-4. Nějaká rychlejší stopa.
Those come into the rings. Tori, so you just got a nose hit.
Don't
sister
hear the
saying-
word freezing there.
Yeah, well, that's what her sister Yuna says. Okay, Tori says, not her sister, but one of the Katani sisters, Yuna. Tori saying, I'm gonna hit on the nose. Yuna says, well, doesn't that give him a chance to freeze? That is a risk. Gotta hit the rock first. Some desperation in the sweeping call, but she got contact. Just.
Bit of panic in the ranks there.
You can usually tell when the sweeping calls go up about a half an octave that not quite on the line.
Now they're smiling.
It's more relief than anything. Listen. Right there.
You hear the gasp of relief.
Had it all the way.
残したいっていうのをすごい説明し
Yuna
た。
Katani holding that one straight with great brushing.
Well, having seen that one cause a little bit of disturbance in Japanese ranks, they'll want to just get this one in and see if it can happen again.
Exactly. Throw it right back to that spot. This one's going pretty much into the middle of the rings.
Okay. Dík.
Leaving it high in the house, which is good.
8で。
More of the rings to traverse for Japan to blank.
多分こっちよりこっちからの方がいいと思うんだ。
Okay.
Let's see if Tori Koana can complete what's been a good end for Japan. They've played this whole end to set up this shot.
Yep, they've wanted to blank. And Stone.
I don't know. I think it's a nose. No, oh, just enough to get it out of the rings.
Oh, nice.
Well done. Blank end.
That was the plan from Japan's point of view. Blank the end, retain the hammer, and head into end number 10 with last stone and clinch your victory. But it's not over yet. We've seen what can happen. 5-6 after 9.
1+. 1+. 1+.
First stones of the end are crucial when you're trying to steal your way to an extra end.
They have a plan for this. They've been in this position a few times already this week. One of them's worked out and one of them hasn't. So get the guard up.
A little deeper than they wanted. Usually in this situation, what you try to do is set one guard really long and then one guard close to the rings. That's about a middle guard. Japan is going to try the tick shot. It's in the free guard zone. You cannot remove it completely from play, but you can reposition it. Pliskova going to try to sweep it to the boards. If it catches the boards, it comes back into play. It does touch the sideboard, so free guard zone rule in effect.
And their stone, the Japanese stone, is taken away.
One guard survives.
Did they sweep that too hard there?
Well, they're trying to hold the line a little bit straight. They wanted a bit thinner contact. So. Pliskova saying that's the long guard we want, just over the hog line. This is a really tough shot for the lead because you're used to throwing usually tight guards and corner guards into the 2 and the 3 zone in the weight control language that these teams use. Not very often you're asked to throw it just over the hog line, but this is one of those situations.
She shook her head a little bit there. I don't know. That meant she wasn't happy.
Heavier than she wanted, so now I think the play was, okay, let's try to duck it around, but that's a bad result. Sits right beside the other guard and relatively easier to double clear, but interesting call here from Tori Koana. It is still the free guard zone, so can't really tick them, so Tori Koana says, all right, we'll go around him.
Remember, Czech Republic trailing by 1. They don't have the hammer here. You need to steal. I think they stole the first point in the game, didn't they?
The stone slides behind the tee line, though. Czech Republic won't mind that. And it does.
There's an update on what's happening elsewhere. Switzerland are leading 6-5, and Sweden fighting back in that game against Scotland, 6-4 to the Scots, and Korea 4-7.
Well, here are the standings. Canada, Sweden, Korea all qualified. If the Russians come on with the win, that will get them to 7-4. That should clinch their playoff spot as well.
Czech Republic, if they were to win, it would clinch their place. United States still have a chance, and potentially China.
China will play tonight. They have the afternoon off. Big shot here.
Need this to come round as much as they can.
Top of the 4-foot. Free guard zone's over now, so you can imagine that Japan will be clearing guards, but that stone in the back of the button, that represents the opportunity for the Czech Republic.
Just on the wrong side of the button there.
Yeah,
Yellowstone.
I didn't love that call coming around the center. It's just because of that, it's dangerous. If you're a couple of feet heavy, you give your opponent a get out of jail card. Even if there are no guards, they could freeze that stone and steal the win. Nice double clear there by Ishigaki. Czech stone, wonder if it's going to get a piece of the rings. Yes, it will. It may not have anything to do with the result of the game, but
better to have it there than not.
Absolutely. Some stranger things happen.
We don't take anything for granted in curling.
Fans of curling watched the men's Olympic gold medal final and that 5-end that John Schuster got. Early part of that end, there was a clipped guard, and Schuster swept it, just wound up biting the rings, and you thought it was an inconsequential rock until he makes the double takeout, and all of a sudden they score 5. So, yep, every rock matters.
Incredible stuff. Well, we've seen some brilliant play here too.
Center guard. Shigaki, he has to remove it again. Uh-oh, willing it to curl. She got contact just.
めっちゃ回ってる。すごいね、すごい回ってる。
Nervous laugh from Ishigaki.
Japan have last stone. They have one shot, the final shot. That would be enough to win it.
A couple of options though for the Czech Republic. Japanese stone in the back of the button, but look at that Czech stone right in front of it. Eminently tappable.
Staying right off this.
Točím dobře. Nemusíš.
Don't want to set up a situation where Japan could double them off.
Looking at both of them now.
Definitely be clearing one of the Czech rocks.
Over to sheet D again. Korea 4, Russia 7. 9th end now.
Yeah, look at all the rocks in play in this one. Center guards. Stones in around the forefoot. A bit difficult to tell who's sitting in shot position.
There's certainly two yellows.
There's a
there
look
we
at
go.
it. Okay, there we go. So.
Oh, I'm not sure that's any clearer, is it?
No, I think the red rock at the back of the button is shot. So it looks like Moiseeva is going to have to
So that's
make
Korea.
a little touch on her own shot to get one.
Ne, ještě jeden guard. Já přidám trochu na rozaci.
Right, so here she goes, last stone of this 9th end, already leading 7-4.
Yeah, if Russia scores here, that might be handshake time. It could clinch the win. A shot to maybe send them to the playoffs. This one's got some curling to do, though. No contact yet.
Is it all the way through? Oh, my goodness, it is.
Now they're going to
Grown
look at
from
it.
the crowd. Now we need to see which one is the counting stone. We can update you on that very shortly. But on the left,
Pojď se krásně, jdeš? Nakráste se, Bašar.
Kawana getting ready to make a play on the center guard. We'll go back and take a look at that after it's measured. Center guard clear coming. Good clears on the center guard, but still something to work with here for the Czech Republic. Silva saying, do we freeze now?
Zase jako...
Down to Skip's rocks now.
Mně přijde, že teďka pojedem sem.
You could make your move now, or you could really
Zase na druhou stranu, když to budeme hrát teď, tak by
be super
teoreticky si
patient
mohla
and throw
vyndat
one
ten
more
zadní.
guard.
Když budeme hrát tohle.
which Japan would just clear.
Exactly, and then on the last, you make the freeze or the tap.
A ne, mně se to líbí možná už teď.
Můžu ho posunout, že jo? Bej
To
tady.
mi přijde těžší teda.
Jedno.
Nestaneme prostě tady, no.
That's
Ne,
red.
jestli bychom to
No.
nehráli už teď,
Not over yet.
aby když
Steal
nebudeme
for Korea
lepší,
closes it up.
tak abychom měli, čekáme na to
7-5 for Russia now. Russia will be 2 up with last rock playing the 10th end.
Jakoby tam přijet.
A good end for them. End number 9. 7-5 to Russia.
Czech Republic have already used their timeouts. They cannot call their coach onto the ice, presuming that we
Tak možná
found
ten
him.
tep, no.
But really, it's when to play this freeze, isn't it? Whether
It
it's
is.
now or whether it's the next
Exactly
one.
right. It's either guard now or freeze now.
Why wouldn't you freeze now? What are they?
Well, if you fractionally bump the Japanese stone and you give Tori Kawana a chance to throw heat, double them off, you've got nothing for your final stone. It's a 50-50 call. It really comes down to what Pliskova is more comfortable throwing. Personally, I like the guard.
Aby si vybrala, jako který z nich bude střílet.
Já nevím, já bych zkusila možná ten
Aby musela hrát proti pro.
Puts all the pressure down to your final shot if you throw the guard now, but
Může udělat i na tom gardu.
it's a great situation.
Může ho minout, může projet
You've
tady,
got
může
two
to
options. You've
vydat
got a
tam
tap or a freeze.
Kolik jsem měla já?
Že mi nepatrně přetočit,
Jo.
nechat jí prostě koukat.
Well, as you foreshadowed some time ago, Allison, this one is going to go right down to the last.
Well, it could still have an extra end.
Yeah, it is looming. If the Czechs steal a point in this end, we will go to an extra.
Stejně.
You get a pretty good idea by the weight of release by Teresa Pliskova
Ežen! Ežen!
what the play is going to be.
81% for draws.
Tak go, jestli 3, tak nic. A 2, tak jo. Jo. Jo.
It's the guard.
Jo. 1 plus jenom. Jo.
So the ideal place for this to finish.
Dobrý.
Yeah, you really do want to cover that center line. You're throwing the guard on the assumption that if she runs it and noses it, that you've still got something to work with on your last one. That's not bad. She's showing the outside of
There's a way
second
through, though.
shot.
There is a way through.
だとしても2点はない。
Pretty dangerous for Japan to make a play on the Czech stone in the rings, though.
ないと思うけど、まあタイム使ってもいいけど。
I certainly wouldn't do it. If you come around the outturn side, you make a play on the Czech stone in the top 4 foot. It's angling into the stone on the bottom.
Would you have done it when you were 22?
前切れば。
Well, no. You're in a great situation. You've got last rock. When you've got last rock one up, you're just trying to keep the 4 foot open for yourself to make a shot. And if you come around, leave some traffic in the 4 foot, and all of a sudden you can make your life pretty difficult. You clear the guard, you're probably still going to have a tough shot. But what you do know is that there's going to be no guards in front. Be some kind of a draw or a short double.
Well, 90% on the hits, so she certainly enjoys making these. And most of them come off.
Well, close to a nose hit. Leaves the stone in the rings. Well. What she does do is she takes away the path on the in-turn side to draw and freeze, so it's going to have to be the tap. Left side of our picture there, that guard. Probably just enough in the path on the in-turn side to make the freeze to the back stone almost impossible. You'd have to come really close to that corner guard if you're coming down to the back one.
Bude hrát odmlky pro hře, no.
I think it is the tap now.
Asi jo. T-line, teda.
Yep.
T-line's the call. Short tap.
Zvládneme to tady s tím kamenem?
Fractionally off nose.
Asi jo.
Cover half.
Lehce z komory.
Force Kwana to make a difficult shot on her last.
This is it for the Czech Republic. All on the line here for them. They need a steal here to take it to an extra end to level things up. Japan with last stone.
It's all about the weight. There's a T-line.
Jo. Určitě.
Teresa Pliskova.
This is the Czech Republic's last stone of this 10th end.
So it's got a lot of weight, Allison.
Yeah, they're worried about it, I think.
Needs contact. Too thin. Oh, they're sitting shot, but they've just pushed it across on an angle that gives Kwana a chance to squeeze it out.
She can get in there, no bother.
Timeout being called by Japan. That stone curls another half a centimeter. Angles are much better for the Czech Republic.
She still has to make it, Hans, you know.
Coach J.D. Lin giving some last-minute advice to Coach Nishimura, who's been called down to the ice.
単これはやればいいと思う私もただこれは2点が一応あるっていう
ここに当たった
Problem is
ら
if you blast
こ
it,
れがこっちも薄すぎてもダメだし
you roll out of the forefoot, the red check stone counts you
こ
out,
の方がいいと思うんだよね
and you lose the game.
早いのでいくと両方出ちゃうかもしれないそれだけ気をつければ
これで10秒ぐらいできます一応こっちからもあるんですけど
そっちからでも決まりそうなら
でもこれが抜けてれば唯一2点があるのがこれだけじゃない、これじゃないですかだからこっちから行ってもいいかなと思うんですけどちょっとはこっちの方が簡単だと思う
そうだね、こっちの
ん
方が簡単だ。
いいんじゃない
それかドローするか
いや、
ま
なら10秒で
勝ってもいい
てるからテイクの方がいいと思う11とかでいっちゃダメかな薄すぎる
曲がっちゃ
You
う。
don't lose the game on a rollout, you go to an extra end.
これ跳ねて
内側行けばいい。
Chance for the win here really depends on
ウェイトダウンでこっちに当たるとすごい良くないから
だったらある程度早く
Didn't stay.
10秒とか。
いや下げた方がいい
下げた方がいいそしたらぶつかりと思うんじゃない
いやワンに行けばいいよ
1点アップだから1点アップ。
決まれば勝ちだから
オッケーじゃあ行こう10 19?
10でも9はダメ両方出ちゃうウェイト落として10か11か
このライン
The entire discussion is about how much weight to throw at this one. Do you throw it hard? Do you throw
もう
board
ちょっと取っ
weight?
ていいよ超えると曲がってるか
Looking
ら
at the brush position, it's going to be probably normal takeout weight. Nose hit wins you the game.
一応最初からセンター超え
She
るから
certainly favours our hits more than our draws.
Hits half a rock on the inside. We're going to an extra end. Hits half a rock on the outside.
Pliskova can only wait and watch. Here
We
we
lose
go.
the game. Here we go indeed.
The last stone of this 10th end. Tori Koana, how's it looking? How's it looking?
Extra end. Oh, great shot. Sticks around. I thought that was going to roll out, but it stays on the button. Fantastic shot.
Yep, she has still had to make it. It seemed pretty straightforward in lots of ways, but that is a great victory, a great final victory in the round robin for Team Japan. What a tournament they've had. Very well played to this young team up against a very good effort from the Czech Republic, who knew they had to win that to make absolutely